For the past couple of months of online learning, I found that my routine was getting a bit too comfortable until you could say that it feels just like home. I used to wake up 5 minutes before my classes, and I would find myself in a rush the entire day, mindlessly just trying to study, eat, study even more, have meetings, and then it's just rinse and repeat. At the end of the day, I would feel super exhausted and I'll delay the things that I want to do the most, such as reading my favorite book right now. Sooner or later, it's lights out for me. Did I enjoy my day? Not sure about that though. There's nothing actually particularly wrong with my morning routine, but it just feels very rushed as I don't really feel like I've accomplished or learned anything much at the end of the day. Um, this is the reason why I wanted to experiment with some changes to my morning routine so that I can have a more productive and meaningful day. I tried this routine for about 1 week, and here's basically what happened. So, the first thing I did was to do some research online on how to wake up early. There are actually tons of articles and videos out there that give good tips, such as putting your phone away so you have to walk to turn off the alarm the next morning. But it can feel a bit too easy sometimes as the snooze button is just one tap away, and I often find myself getting back into bed too easily. After having some thoughts to it, I actually realized something, which is we usually wake up to the things that we need to do, such as attending classes or going to work. But what if it's something that we want to do for ourselves? Would it give us more energy and excitement because we look forward to the things that we do in the morning? I wanted to give this theory a try for 7 days. Since I'm an avid health junkie who's always body conscious, I'll aim to do some light cardio with my jump ropes and also some push-ups every morning at 7 a.m. for 15 minutes. After a good sweat, it's time for me to get ready for the day. It's the Uniqlo black t-shirts for me every time. I always make sure to put on my best look because it helps to make me feel good for the rest of the day, which is a key player to confidence. It's 7:30 a.m. right now and it's time for some breakfast. I like to keep my first meal light but packed with protein, so here's 2 eggs, 2 pieces of bread, some garlic paste. Usually before I start my class, I like to start planning out what I'm going to do for the rest of the day so I don't waste any time thinking about it. I also spend a good amount of time to write down any fresh ideas I have for my videos. This small period of time is actually very crucial to me because it helps to shift me into a deep focus mode and I find myself to be less distracted overall. From 8 a.m. onwards until 5 p.m., this is normally the time I spend around my computer for lectures. Depending on the type of lecture, I usually just watch the pre-recorded videos instead, and to be honest, I rarely participate in the live lectures. But hey, that doesn't mean I don't study, okay? By the way, they don't even take attendance, right? They don't take attendance, right? After 6 or more grueling hours of me staring at my screen, I'll take the time to enjoy the rest of the evening by doing something I love, which is weightlifting. Even though I've got limited equipment with me at the moment, but I tend to make the most out of it by doing different variations like these. Hey, so
I've just finished my workout about 15 minutes ago, and I'm just taking a walk around the neighborhood to cool myself off. And you might realize why I exercise 2 times a day is because number one, my mom cooks really good food and I can't say no. And number two is because exercising in the afternoon, even just a bit, helps to prevent me from napping.
One of the biggest problems for me throughout the day was trying not to sleep. This usually happens after I've taken my meal or I've sat down in front of the computer for far too long, and the urge to lie down on a soft, comfy bed is just tempting. I find that exercising even just a bit helps me to become more refreshed and less sleepy overall. However, if it's a particularly lazy day, I'm not so strict towards myself, so I'll take a 20-minute nap if I have to. And one pro tip is I usually pair my naps with a cup of coffee, hence coffee naps. A coffee nap is a relatively interesting way for people to take power naps throughout the day because coffee apparently takes around 20 minutes to stimulate your brain. So by the time you wake up from the 20-minute nap, you'll get extra refresh from the rest your mind needs and a boost from the caffeine as well. With this, you'll most likely pass through the afternoon slumber quite easily. Even though I tend to focus a lot better at night, sometimes it's hard to stay concentrated after a long day of working, so I like to do something more fun and active, such as testing myself with practice questions on Anki and past medicine, which I'll talk more about them if you guys are interested. To end the day, I like to wind down by doing mindful things such as simply reading a book. By doing these small habits at night, I find that it eases me into a less creative mode and it helps to calm me down and sleep better at night, which is very important for me to do this consistently. And so far, I'm feeling pretty good about this whole new routine. Alright, so this is actually the end of the week as I'm speaking right now, and I'll just like to share my final thoughts about productivity and some lessons that I learned along the way for the past few days. I actually jotted them down in my phone, so I'll just read it out to you guys right now. So the first thing that I've learned about productivity is that things will not always go as planned. And this basically refers that we shouldn't schedule our work or our meeting back to back until we have no space to breathe, and instead we should schedule with a buffer time in between instead, so that we can have a break in between, as I think adequate rest is important for us to do this consistently. And second thing is that if we have any emergencies such as an urgent meeting that we have to attend, we can do that without breaking our schedule. To be fair, there's actually 1 or 2 days of me when I'm trying out this routine that I stayed up pretty late to do some extra work, and I would wake up around 9 or 10 in the next morning, but I told myself that hey, it's alright because things will not go as planned anyways. Now, the second thing I've learned is learning to love what you do. And I think this is fairly important for me because I'm trying to produce content every week consistently. So I think consistency is key right here. For the past week, I've been trying to film around shots around my house for this video, and honestly it isn't easy at all. It took a lot of time and motivation for me, especially in the morning, to get up. But for the sake of me trying to commit to this new habit I'm doing, I think consistency is key, and it only comes by doing what you love only. So that's actually all for this video, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed it as much as I did filming it. So do let me know in the comments down below what you think about it, and if there's anything for me to improve on, you can just let me know because I'm always looking for improvement. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment your thoughts down below so I know if you enjoyed it. Alright, so till then, I hope everyone stays safe and take care. Bye bye.